Dr. Kirk Langstrom, a scientist specializing in the study of bats, develops an extract intended to give humans the bat's sonar sense and tests the formula on himself because he was becoming deaf. While it works, it has a horrible side effect. It transforms him gradually into a hideous humanoid bat-like monster. He first clashes with Batman when he tries to steal the chemicals needed to reverse his transformation, but his control over the new animalistic instincts resulting from his bat-like state is tenuous and Batman is forced to subdue him in order to administer the antidote. Langstrom later refines his serum, enabling him to retain his human intelligence while in bat form, and allowing himself control over his transformations. He works for a while as a detective and independent crime fighter as Man-Bat, while he and his fiancée, Francine, marry and have a daughter, Rebecca. Eventually, however, his instability returns and he is left unable to control his transformations. In this condition, he clashes several times with Batman in the Batcave, which he finds by following other bats through the network of caverns. He does not recall its location in human form, and he never knows Batman's secret identity, believing, erroneously, that his daughter is dead and that Batman is somehow responsible. Although he briefly regains control of his transformations, this appears to have changed. He begins to suspect that his cures missed an element of the serum, and he's losing control to his bat side. He believes he has slaughtered his own wife, son, and daughter. However, both Kirk and Francine are shown to be alive in the 1 year later storyline. In Batman number 655, September 2006, Talia ties up and gags Francine, and then threatens to poison her if Kirk does not give her the Man-Bat formula. After Langstrom gives her the formula, she releases Francine as promised. Talia utilizes the mutagen to turn members of the League of Assassins into Man-Bats. Man-Bat is also shown to be one of the captured villains in Salvation Run. Man-Bat first debuted in 1970 right in the midst of Neil Adams and Julius Schwartz's ongoing efforts to modernize and decampify the Batman mythology. This is the same era that brought Ra's al Ghul and other more serious enemies for Batman to battle. It was a simple allegory of a classic monster tale, but that sort of story is very much a part of Batman's DNA, and it was a good fit. Man-Bat actually had his own series 5 years later, but it was cancelled after only 2 issues. The character doesn't really lend himself to showing up too often, because if he's to be used properly his appearance means that something has gone wrong with Langstrom, and that needs to be addressed anew each time. This was also true of early Batman villain Two-Face originally, as well. Harvey Dent was actually healed through plastic surgery at the end of each appearance so that each new regression into his life of crime meant he had to be scarred again. This might have worked back in the 40s, but Man-Bat was in a slightly more serious comic era and that kept his appearances limited. Of course, as time went on, this mattered less and less. He's become a common background character, having appeared in various crossover books in crowds of villains, which might drive up his total number of appearances but undermines the core of his tragic monster story. By taking his bat gland extract, Kirk Langstrom transforms himself into a bat-like creature. When taking an antidote or if the serum wears off, he reverts to human form. As the Man-Bat, his strength, resiliency, speed, and agility are all augmented to inhuman levels. He possesses an extra set of digits in his leathery wings that allows Kirk to fly. With his sonar radar, Kirk can emit high-pitched sound waves and hear those echoes when they bounce off of nearby objects, thus enabling him to navigate perfectly in the darkness. If in the Man-Bat form for long periods of time, he loses control over his bestial side that works purely on instinct, plus making him prone to harm friend or foe alike. 29. As Kirk Langstrom, he is a highly intelligent scientist in the fields of biochemistry and zoology. First appearing in Batman, the animated series, this version is a zoologist at the Gotham City Zoo who developed a formula that would allow humans to evolve by granting them bat-like traits, which originated from his father-in-law, Dr. March, who helps keep Langstrom's identity hidden from the authorities. In the episode, On Leather Wings, the Man-Bat commits a series of chemical thefts and is mistaken for Batman, who proceeds to investigate him. He eventually discovers that the Man-Bat is Langstrom and captures him after a battle across the Gotham City skyline before taking him to the Batcave to cure him. The cured Langstrom later appears in the episode Tiger, helping Batman analyze a chemical that Dr. Emil Dorian used for his experiments. In the episode Terror in the Sky, Langstrom is believed to have taken the Man-Bat formula again when a new bat-like creature appears in Gotham. However, it is eventually revealed that his wife Francine became She-Bat after she was accidentally exposed to a different Man-Bat serum created by Dr. March. In the end, Francine is cured by Batman and reunited with her husband.